Lee?
8.
8. And Martin?
8.
8. Right, let's go with Lee's 8.
Treating.
Treating. And the 8 over there?
Same again.
Treating?
Yes.
Yep, absolutely.
Right. And from Dr. Phil?
We had ingrate for 7. I think it's a lovely word. You ingrate.
Ingrate.
Yes, it was nice. Very Shakespearean, isn't it? And tangier of an apple is there for 7 as well, but treating is the only 8 that we could find.
Okie doke. Right, 57 playing 26. Martin, you will be putting the letters up this time for us.
Consonant, please.
G.
Consonant.
S.
Consonant.
R.
Vowel.
A.
Vowel.
U.
Vowel.
E.
Consonant.
Y.
Consonant.
N.
And a vowel.
And a vowel. That's A.
Here's the clock. Martin, that time?
6.
6 from you, and from Lee?
6 as well.
Martin, what's your 6?
Sugary.
Sugary. Lee?
Augers. A-U-G-E-R-S.
Okay. If something augurs well, that's with 2 U's, but actually auger with the E is a tool for boring holes in wood, so that's absolutely fine. Augurs.
Anything else
That
there?
spelling.
We've got gurneys. A gurney is a hospital stretchers. You see them in ER all the time,
Yeah.
don't you? So you can have
In
gurneys.
America.
Right, 63 playing 32. Martin looks like he's home, but there's a long way to go yet. Right, time for Susie's origin of words. What are we going to talk about today? Is it
I'm going to talk about euphemisms, and particularly euphemisms in medicine. And a euphemism is when you soften the edges around something. If it's rather taboo, then you just take a sideways step. And Quentin Crisp called euphemisms an unpleasant truth wearing diplomatic cologne, which I thought was very nice. But anyway, today, death and dying are much more of a taboo. And I thought I'd mentioned some of the wonderful euphemisms to do with death because people don't want to tackle it head on. We'll know all of them. Counting the daisies, popped his clogs, kicked the bucket, kissed the ground, snuffed it, he was written out of the script, and so on and so
croaked?
on. Croaked. And I just thought I'd take 2 of those very quickly. To kick the bucket actually referred to hanging a pig. It's not very nice. Slaughtering a pig by hanging it from a beam that was called the bucket. And of course it would sort of squirm around and kick the bucket. So not a very nice origin, that one, but probably where it comes from. And then popping your clogs is interesting. Clogs were the traditional footwear of workers in industrial cities in the Midlands in northern Britain. And the verb to pop could also mean pawning, basically pawning your goods in return for money. So the implication was you would pawn your clogs because you didn't need them anymore if you were dead. But so many amazing euphemisms, and they are actually very funny, a lot of them.
There are lots of scatological ones as well, aren't there?
Yes.
My Auntie Winnie used to say, better an empty room than a bad tenant. And my Uncle Ron, who was Australian, said, I'm just dropping the kids off at the pool. Which is... Anyway, moving quickly on.
Moving quickly
I
on,
know
but-
someone who says danger to shipping as well, which is another interesting one.
My father always said a wet bird never flies at night. I don't know what it meant, but he always said it.
Here it comes now.
Right, it's numbers time, and Lee, you're going to call for Carol.
1 large, please, Carol.
1 large. This one. And 5 small, yep.
Yes.
From anywhere. Okay, let's take that. Right, the numbers this time are 2, 7 and 5, 10, 6 and lovely 75, and a target of 676.
Here's the clock. Six, 7, 6, then Lee.
Yep, 6, 7,
You
6.
got that, Martin?
6, 7, 6.
Martin, you go first.
7 plus 2 is 9.
7 plus 2 gives you 9.
Multiplied by 75 is
You're nearly there
675.
then, aren't you? 675.
And 6 minus 5 is 1.
You haven't used those. Gives you 1. Add it on.
Yep.
Perfect.
Lee's ready to hand this to me. That's perfectly correct.
Great.
Absolutely right, exactly the same for
Big
Lee.
scores.
So they both get their points there, 10 points each. Right, here's the tea time teaser, and the words are hot crier. Hot crier, and the clue, persuasive speaking by butler or wakeman, perhaps. Persuasive speaking by butler or wakeman, perhaps. Right, the word here was, or the words were hot crier, and the clue persuasive speaking by butler or wakeman, perhaps, and the answer is rhetoric. Are you working that? It's
Rhett Butler.
Rhett Butler or Rick Wakeman. So there you
Oh,
are.
lovely.
He's been
Rick.
sitting up late working these out, our Damon. He really
Rhett or
has.
Rick.
All right, 73 Martin, Lee 42. Numerically, it's still possible, Lee. So Martin, will you put some letters up there, please?
Consonant, please, Carol.
M.
Consonant.
S.
Consonant.
P.
Vowel.
E.
Vowel.
O.
Vowel.
I.
Consonant.
G.
Consonant.
N.
And a vowel.
And a vowel. And O.
Here's the clock. Martin,
Just a 6.
just a 6. Lee,
Just a 6 as well.
just a 6. Okay, Martin, let's hear yours.
Impose.
Impose and
Posing.
posing.
Yeah.
Impose and posing, they're both acceptable. And Phil?
Can't beat posing.
No, posing and impose exactly are two, I'm afraid.
Okie doke. 79 playing 48. Lee, have a try with these.
Consonant, please, Carol.
L.
And another one.
And T.
And another one.
N.
And a fourth.
H.
And a vowel, please.
E.
And another one.
Another vowel. U.
And a third.
E.
And another vowel.
I.
And a consonant, please.
And R.
And here's the clock. And how many that time, Lee?
6.
Just 6 again, Martin?
7.
7 this time, right. Lee,
Hunter.
Hunter, and 7?
Retinue.
Retinue?
Retinue.
Retinue, yes,
Very
good
nice.
7. And Phil, what do you
It's
get?
very nice.
I'm a bit medical. I've gone for uterine, as in uterine contractions, which
Yeah.
occasionally happen before a baby appears.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad you know about those things.
There's also a nice one, Luthern, Luthern, and it's an old-fashioned, quite quaint term for a dormer, as in a dormer window.
A
A
Lutheran.
Luthern.
Didn't know that. There you
I've
are.
never, ever, ever heard that
No.
word.
It's nice, I like
It
it.
is, isn't it? It's lovely.
Luthern.
I'll write that one down. Write that one.
Are you sure? Let me know when I can continue.
Carry on.
Thank you very much. Martin's got 86, Lee's got 48. Martin, there you go, please.